Hey friends, thanks for clicking on this video and joining in on a side-by-side comparison of Mesquite blended with peanut shell and Mesquite blended with Mullen. And just to let you know right now, it's 80 grains by weight and they're occupying just about the same volume-wise in these powder measurers. The reason I'm doing this is because Broken Feather and I were fortunate enough to get drawn for deer in the fall here in New Mexico, and we will be hunting partners. Now I'm going to be hunting with my Lyman Great Plains 54 caliber, and I want to see which one of these homemade black powders blended with Mesquite shoot better. And the reason why I'm doing this is just simply because when I tested my Mesquite peanut shell through my flintlock, first shot was 1992 feet a second and a 5-shot average was 1954 feet per second, but it had a spread of 76. The Mesquite Mullen first shot was 1979, the 5-shot average was 1960 with a spread of 37. Now I'm not looking to get these type of numbers out of a Lyman Great Plain because obviously it's got a 10-inch shorter barrel, so I expect those numbers to be quite a bit lower, but I just want to see how much and which one of these two is going to perform better out of this particular rifle. So I'm going to get set up here. It's a little bit of breeze from time to time, but it is what it is. First up is the Mesquite Peanut Shell Blended, 80 grains by weight. I will be using a factory cap because when I go deer hunting, that's what I'm going to be using. That will be the first shot only. And I'm going to be shooting with my prescription glasses on because when I hunt, I will be hunting with those glasses on. Here we go. Well, I wasn't ready for that, but let's go see what the number is. 1637, and there's the patch, 20 thousandths, no worse for wear. All right, I'm going to get another number. This time I'll remember what a hair trigger that is on this Great Plains. Well, that's no good. 2147. Well, I don't know. That patch ended up 3/4 of the way downrange. So I don't know. But either way, patch doesn't look any... Well, actually, these patches are not shredding like they are in my flintlock. Might be the extra 10 inches of barrel that makes the difference on this. All right, let's get the next shot downrange. I don't know, 2133. Doesn't look like I'm going to get any good numbers today. That one was 1594. But I'm going to go see. It looks like that one shot a little to the right, just above shot number 1. I didn't find the previous patch, but this patch was wrapped around one of the rods holding up the hoods. But yet, that's pretty clean. Mesquite peanut shell. And they're not shredding up. But I'm glad to see they're fairly clean. All right, see if I can't get another number that's worth using. $17.35. So I moved the chronograph up just a little bit closer, and I found that patch. It's shredded. And it's hard to say whether it's on the dirty side or on the clean side because it's just shredded. All right, I'm going to see if I can't get a couple more decent numbers with the chronograph a little bit closer. $2,047. Shot number one with the Mullen, all I did was brush out the barrel. What is that, 1942? I gotta go get a close-up. Well, I couldn't find that patch. Let's carry on. $2,003. Well, I found that patch. It's not shredded. It's fairly clean. I realize not all chronographs agree. Elevation, temperature, and angle of the sun will get you different numbers. I'm having a little bit of a hard time believing that a 32-inch barrel is going to get 2,000 feet a second with 80 grains of black powder. But let's just carry on and see what the rest of the numbers are. At least if the numbers stay close to what they are right now, I'll still be able to confirm that Mullen has a lower spread than the Mesquite peanut shell does. So at least I might be able to determine something from this. $2,078. Well, I found that one. It's still complete. It's not all that dirty. All right, a couple more shots and hopefully we'll get our numbers. That one was 2,074. Well, I found that patch. This one also made it about 3/4 of the way downrange. It's not shredded, and it's pretty clean. I mean, for homemade black powder, I'd say that's pretty clean. All right, let me see if I can get one more consistent number. $2,069. Well, I'm glad to be out of that hot sun, and I say hot. Temperature right now is only 79 degrees, but when you're in the direct sunlight, it can feel a whole lot different. Okay, I found that last patch, a little torn right there, and it's had a chance to dry out, so it's not as dark looking because there's no moisture in it. So when they do dry out, that's how clean that gunpowder looks. Okay. And you might be interested in observing what these bullets look like once they go through the target and impact in that dirt. You can sure tell that there's a lot of energy behind these round ball when they hit that dirt pile. Okay, now just so you have something to compare it to, a few days ago I was shooting my my 1860 Army 44 caliber, and there's the back side of the round ball, but there's the front of it hitting that same dirt pile. So you can see there's a huge difference between what the energy can develop, and I'm really impressed with the energy that's doing that to these round ball. Okay, what do the numbers tell us? The Mesquite peanut shell 6-shot average was 1882 with a spread of 553. Now obviously I'm not impressed with that whatsoever, but before somebody goes out there and starts typing in, well, that's because you're using a blend of 2,3F with some 4F fines in it. That's fine, but these numbers are not consistent with what I've been doing overall with that blend, because that same blend when I compared this the first time through my flintlock, first shot, well, let's just do the 5-shot average. It was 1954 with a spread of 76. That was the Mesquite peanut shell. The Mesquite Mullen 5-shot average, 1960 with a spread of 37. So if I was having problems with my blend of 2, 3F, 4F fines, then you would be able to see it when I was shooting it through my long gun. So let's keep everything into context, okay? And instead of trying to develop a dialogue or a context that really doesn't apply. Wait till I show you the target. Okay? The Mullen Mesquite 5-shot average, 2,033 with a spread of 136. Now, personally, I don't know that I believe that a Great Plains rifle with a 32-inch barrel can develop that much feet per second, but at this point it is what it is. If it is producing that, now remember, if you go back and watch the video when I first started testing Mesquite, that Mesquite has produced the highest feet per second than anything else that I've ever tested, and I think that's because it's developing more gas per charge, like an 80 grain charge, than what some of the other charcoals, and that's what it's all about. It's really all about how much gas is your charcoal source producing, okay? And that's why you read Brett's book, you can see that up as of right now, buckthorn, all the producers like between 82 and 83 cubic centimeters of gas, whatever it is, and then Pacific Willow is below that. But let's do some testing with Mesquite, okay? Now I had one flyer, and I knew that happened because I wasn't ready to go off, and I need to double check the set triggers on this Lyman Great Plains, but that's all the shots right there. Okay, now if you look at that closely, you will see that shot 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11 all have an M next to them. That M signifies the Mullen. So the Mullen grouped a whole lot better. In fact, I've got a double right here. Right there. So, as far as I'm concerned, and the comparison between Mesquite blended with peanut shell and Mesquite blended with Mullen, once again, Mesquite blended with Mullen wins. And I know that my friend Jonathan likes that peanut shell, but you know, I've got the numbers right here that are kind of like saying something a little different. And again, shot number 1, I wasn't ready to shoot. And there again, like I just mentioned previously, I need to double check those set triggers and make sure that everything is on par. But anyhow, at 30 yards, that's what the group looks like. All of the shots, with one, oh oops, over here. So anyhow, you know, you guys can make up your own mind. I know that there's a lot of stuff out there. A lot of people will disagree with this. That's fine. I'm not so sure that am quick to believe that a 32-inch barrel can produce over 2,000 feet a second. Maybe it's the harmonics, right? Right, William? Maybe after that first shot, the harmonics tightened up. So anyhow, friends, once again, make of it what you will. If you glean something from this, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and share it with your bestest of buds, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.